The lesson you're currently learning is to redirect your sense of stability and security. So whereas before you would only feel secure and stable when you had a certain number in your bank account, when you had like some sort of tangible thing that you could look at to affirm your security, now you are being asked to source your sense of inner security and stability from your inner eye, from your third eye. So I heard the word identity, I saw an inner eye, and then I saw a rock. So the rock is representing stability in this case. And this is a lifelong lesson for you. This is a lesson that repeats for you. And every time you repeat it, you go to a deeper level. So the deeper than before card came out because you are journeying into a deeper layer of yourself, a deeper layer of your fears, a deeper layer of intimacy with yourself, and uncovering parts of yourself that relate to this fear that you had not previously uncovered. And it feels like the harder level of a video game because you are being thrown new challenges. What I am seeing is that the tangible lack that you are experiencing in your physical world reached a level that you had not experienced before. And because of that, it threw you into a spiral. It caused you to start to panic, even though you've learned this lesson before, even though you've known to use your inner eye for your stability and that you can generate what you need from inside of yourself. This new level of the challenge caused you to panic. And it was meant to do that because it was meant to uncover these deeper parts of your subconscious that you had not dealt with before. So what you're experiencing in this journey is an awakening of more of your life force energy. Every time you go into the depths of your psyche and you work with your subconscious parts, that's exactly what's happening. When you release or unburden or heal them, you're releasing more of your life force energy. And the life force energy is what is exciting for us. It's our inspiration, it's our enthusiasm. It's what guides us through life when we follow this current of joy and excitement. But sometimes we go through these periods where we can't feel that current, or we're brought into fear and scarcity and lack and all of those things. And those periods are exactly that. They're like the boomerang, or what is that thing that you pull back? Slingshot that you pull back to shoot forward. That's exactly what's happening. And then also with this period, it's inviting in more simplicity. So it's an opportunity for you to look at what is lighting you up and what is not, what is exciting you and what is not, and to understand that this life force energy, the feeling of it inside of your body, it's safe to follow that. It's safe to prune the aspects of your life that are no longer necessary as guided by the excitement of your life force energy. I feel for this collective, there is so much ancient wisdom inside of you, and you know it and you've tapped into it. That's the thing, you've tapped into it before. But you know, with the wisdom also comes the doubt of being human. Being human is part of doubting the unknown, doubting the unseen. So you're not doing anything wrong when you toggle back and forth between these states of being deeply held in your ancient wisdom and being fearful and doubting and grasping onto the physical. You're not doing anything wrong. It's part of your evolution, but they're just reminding you to remind yourself of this ancient wisdom. The Infinite Self card, what I'm being guided to talk about now, it says on this card, the path to abundance is not about acquiring more, but about uncovering the infinite potential within you. As you journey inward, you will discover that your true self is limitless, capable of manifesting everything that you have envisioned. Okay, so this is the card that is representing that energy of ancient wisdom that I was seeing, almost like you have these ancient codes and tablets inside of you that just need to be unlocked. And the way that you unlock them is not by grasping or forcing things to happen in the physical. The way that you unlock them is by being with yourself, being in self-reflection, being in introspection, being in meditation, being in ritual, and accessing these inner parts of yourself. Yeah, your spirit team really wants you to consistently remind yourself that the key code that you're looking for, it's like you're looking for some kind of passcode that you can punch in, and this is an internal feeling that you have, like there's some kind of code that I can punch in, there's something, and once I get it, everything unlocks for me. That feeling that you have is not wrong. How you're sometimes going about it is out of alignment. How you're sometimes going about it, again, is grasping in the physical, trying to force things in the physical, trying to control things in the physical. And your spirit team, through these lessons, through these experiences that you go through, is trying to redirect you back to your infinite self that exists inside of you. And the pathway that you're on, the wealth that you're creating, because you are creating wealth, you know you're here to create wealth, you're getting frustrated that it's not happening the way you want or in the timing you want. The reason for that is this card, Legacy of Wealth. It says, quick riches come and go, but true prosperity is built with patience and purpose. Even if the results aren't immediate, know that what you are creating now will be providing lasting abundance for the future. You are creating a legacy of wealth. You are creating generational wealth. You are creating the kind of wealth that can never be taken from you because it exists from within. Even if you were to lose it all, this is the kind of wealth where even if you were to lose it all, you would recreate it easily, instantly, because it's coming from the energy inside of you, not from the strategies that you use outside of yourself, not from making it happen or pulling yourself up by the bootstraps or hustling. All of that is what you are shifting and changing right now. And it's hard because you see people hustling. You see people pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. You see people controlling the physical and building wealth. And you're like, why can't that be me? It's almost like you're a horse ready to take off in a race, but you're being held back, because yes, you can build wealth that way. And you've done it that way for many lifetimes is the thing. And this lifetime is about you doing it from within. It's about you seeing the power that you have to create from within. That comes with the discomfort of not being able to work hard and not being able to rely on your productivity. And these are strengths that you have for sure, and strengths that you've demonstrated once again in past lifetimes that will build wealth if you were allowed to do it, but you're not being allowed to do it because this is the lifetime goal. This is the lesson in this lifetime. Your infinite self, your inner power, your inner wealth. You know when people are leading a dog sled and they yell mush, and that's when the dogs are supposed to go. That's what I'm seeing. So the lesson that you're learning here is command of your reality without, again, external force. Command from within. And this also reminds me of the Chariot card, because on the Chariot card, the man is directing the two sphinxes with no reins. So it is a reference to his inner command and inner authority and power that is making things move. The Chariot is about movement. It is about success. It is about overcoming obstacles. And that's happening without control. What I'm saying is that your growth is happening at such a fast pace that you are being called to go inward. Like, it really feels like the only way to successfully navigate the rate of change that you're experiencing on an energetic level is to routinely, regularly, consistently go inward. Otherwise, it almost feels like you would get whiplash from all of the changes that are happening on an energetic level. This is also where a lot of the confusion is coming from, trying to process the energetic changes through the mind. And again, through controlling things in the external world, it's just not possible at this point. So your inner eye and your inner compass are going to be the only way to navigate out of this confusion and through these changes. They're also telling me that it's going to be a lot more comfortable for you to navigate from your inner eye primarily, rather than focusing on the external world. Because a lot of the decisions that you're going to be intuitively guided to make are, they said the word rogue, like you're going to feel like you're going rogue when you make these decisions, like they don't make sense. And then when you make the decision, then you look into the external for validation of that decision, you're going to feel like you're going insane. And that's where the suffering can begin, because then you're going to start to think in your mind, oh, it's not happening the way that it should. It's not changing. Nothing's changing. Whatever the analysis of what you're seeing in the external is, it's not correct. It's an incorrect analysis, and you're not seeing the full picture, and you're getting ahead of yourself and thinking it should look a certain way before the time that it should actually look the way it's meant to look. So that's why they're saying now is not the time to try to navigate your life through your physical eyes. It really is not. And you're going to cause yourself unnecessary suffering the more that you try to do that. They're using Bad Bunny's Super Bowl performance as an example, because It was such a widely well-received performance, and it was very inspiring for a lot of people. He really demonstrated his ability to be in his genius. It was undeniable that he is a person who's living in his genius, and we are incredibly inspired by those types of creatives, those types of artists, those types of activists, whatever it may be. The reason that we're inspired by them is because they are living from their inner eye. They are not trying to manipulate circumstances from the external. You can feel, actually, if you sense into it, you can feel the difference in vibration between an artist that is just kind of trying to manipulate the external, and will have success doing that for sure, versus an artist who is using their inner compass, their inner eye, to make decisions. Those are the artists that, you know, everybody is talking about in a good way. Everybody's inspired by. Those are the people that inspire change. And if you're watching this video, then you on some level aspire to be in that level of genius in your life. And you can be, you definitely have the potential to be. And it feels like that's a major part of what's being uncovered in this lesson for you, where you are going into this deeper layer of your subconscious. You are unblocking life force energy. You are unblocking a level of your genius as you learn to navigate the world through your inner eye and find that sense of security and comfort in your inner eye without the validation from the external world mirroring back to you anymore. Not that you won't have that validation or that success that you're looking for eventually, but you have to go through this period where it's out of your sight, so that you can, it's meant to trigger up the parts of you that are like, wait, I need that. I needed that validation. Where is it? That's why you have to go through this period where, you know, you're following your inner eye, but you're not getting the validation that you're used to. It's, again, not that it won't happen. It's just so that you can face those parts of you that feel like, whoa, I am not used to navigating life without this.